All right, taking a look now at this video into us from our news partners at WCMH in Columbus. This video was shot this morning, and some of that rain, that's the same storm system heading our direction now. Granted, it may not be quite as strong as some of those showers, and you're seeing a lot of that water pool there on the road, but still definitely something for us to be aware of here at home.
Yeah, exactly, and that video shows it really well. The dark clouds, the heavy rainfall, the lightning, that's what could end up happening here, but we all have to watch. This might re-strengthen as it gets into the afternoon. So
those ingredients are all there. We just need to see if they come together and bake up into a storm, pretty much.
That's pretty much what we're waiting on. It's almost like putting a cake together. And speaking of those ingredients, this is one of them. We need the energy to build up out there if those storms are to intensify again, and it's certainly getting a bit on the warm side. Now, if these temperatures were more into the upper 80s, I'd be highly concerned about some widespread severe weather, but they're just on the very edge right now in the low to mid 80s as you approach the I-95 corridor, but it's pretty easy to see where that storm activity has already been and where the cooler air is. It's in the 70s across western Maryland and parts of West Virginia. That is where we currently have some rainfall ongoing. The other ingredient you need is a lot of moisture, and these dew points certainly have gone way up. Earlier this morning, we were in the mid-50s with those dew points. Still comfortable, but now it's downright oppressive in the upper 60s and low to mid-70s. So no doubt we have available moisture out there for these storms. It's all just a matter of if they have enough time to re-strengthen. Now, one thing we've been noting here is the fact that these storms, as they have crossed over the mountains, they've stayed pretty scattered and more in a weakened state, but we're starting to see them become a bit of a line once again as they approach Interstate 81. We have a cluster of heavier rainfall between Winchester and Martinsburg, another down along I-66 crossing into Loudoun County. So yeah, we are starting to see things come back together again. These next few hours are going to be ones to watch if we could see that potential severe weather come back together again. You can see how that cluster of storms sort of broke apart, but now it's encountering that more favorable environment to the east and could still cause us some problems the rest of the day today. So we will keep that possibility of strong to severe storms at least into the night tonight. We'll take a very brief break, but then this pattern is not going anywhere. We'll continue to see clusters of storms head our way tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. This active pattern is not going to be letting up anytime soon, so we have to stay on our toes with Mother Nature. And during that entire time, one of the reasons we have these storms continuing to fire up, it's going to stay very, very muggy. Dew points will remain in the low to mid 70s. Not fun stuff out there, no doubt. So as we continue along with time, just keep in mind the models have had trouble with these sort of setups. Obviously, we're seeing that rainfall push into the area as we speak, but this is what could happen if the ingredients line up perfectly over the next few hours and those storms make it toward I-95. At this point, it looks like the severe threat west of Interstate 81 is just about over, but we'll have to continue to watch how things develop off to the east. If these storms really get going once again, they will carry that threat for damaging winds, heavy rainfall, and even the possibility of some hail all the way up until about 6 to 7 p.m. tonight. After that, we're talking about things clearing out for the most part, maybe a few scattered showers lingering about until about midnight tonight. The start and pretty much the whole first half of tomorrow is looking fairly quiet, but there you have it. Those storms could re-intensify, re-fire up tomorrow afternoon into the evening, and this active pattern continues to persist for us out there. So if we do see any severe storms, the main threat is going to be damaging wind gusts, hail, heavy rainfall that could lead to flooding will also be a possibility. But again, not everyone is going to see thunderstorm activity, and even fewer are going to see that severe activity. It's just something that's possible, and we have to continue to keep an eye on that here today. And like I mentioned before, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, look at that. We continue to see storm activity, but then finally we are going to calm things down as we get into the upcoming weekend. That at least is some pretty good timing by Mother Nature there. So pretty active week is ahead of us with calmer conditions soon after.